Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Have you ever been on Etsy and you see the bestseller sign on the different listings for the wreaths and you're like, man, I wish I could make a bestseller? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. Make an Etsy bestseller wreath. I'm seeing a lot of wreaths with this type of beaded greenery, and I love the way it looks. It's a very simple wreath to make, but I want to give you the details on how you can master this technique. Now, I got these at Hobby Lobby, but we're going to use an amazing piece of ribbon that I just got from Wreaths of Joy, and I have a coupon code Julie10 down below with the link to go shop. This has magnolia flowers on it, and I just think it's absolutely stunning. So I hope you'll stay around and make a wreath, and let's talk about what's happening tomorrow for Julie's Wreath Boutique. It's called the Facebook Formula, turning your creativity into cash flow. So let's get started making a wreath, and let's talk about the workshop. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of shape our oval style grapevine wreath. I picked one of these up over at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can get them at different stores, but Hobby Lobby is my go-to place for anything grapevine. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to give it a haircut. I'm sure you guys have seen me do this before, and I just want to kind of get rid of any kind of loose pieces of sticks that I don't want like jutting out, you know what I'm saying? So we're just going to cut some of these, and most of them aren't going to show, but I just like to give it a little bit of a haircut. So the trend for this particular wreath are using these like beaded, I call it beaded because that's what I've seen online, but it looks like little beads and it's on a vine, and you can get these from different places. You can get these from Hobby Lobby for $7.99 a bush, but when you grab it at 40% off, it makes it an even better deal. So I grabbed about 8 or 9 of these. I'll let you know at the end how many we use total, but I want you to kind of separate them out. Now, you could do one of two things. You could take this and put it in there, and that's great. But what I want to do is I want to kind of get rid of this top stem part because it's a little bit too bulky for this wreath frame. If you had a bigger wreath, you could probably stay with that, but we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is start cutting these at the base, and we're really going to have fun just adding these to the wreath itself. And you're going to want to cut, about, I want to say 6 or 7 to get started here. And then we're going to start adding this through and making a beautiful, luscious greenery wreath with a fabulous bow. Okay, so we have our stems already cut. And if you want, you can kind of pull them up, and then you have a longer stem to work with. Over here, I have what I love to use is my Sherabonder glue pot. It makes making a floral wreath like this a little bit easier. You can use a regular glue gun, go right ahead. This is just going to save you a little bit of time, and it's just worth the investment in my opinion. I'll have the link for it down below in the description box. So what we're going to start is we're going to start off of both sides here, okay? And we're going to be working, oh, I just dropped one. We're going to be working from each side and going down as we do it. This is the only greenery that's going to be on this wreath. So what you're going to do is you're going to dip your stem into the glue pot, and you're going to start it by adding it into the wreath, okay? And at first you're going to be like, Julie, that looks like a hot mess. Yes, it does. But we are going to make it look like a non-hot mess as we keep building on to this wreath, okay? So if I do it on this side, we're naturally going to do it on the other side. Okay. This is the Probo, the wreath stand. It's the Probo, the wreath stand. I love this. I get it from Amazon, and it's a great way to use, really to make your greenery or your floral wreaths, anything that you want to see visually. This helps the whole process. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep adding through here. So that's 2 on each side. So I'm going to add a third one. I'm going to go on there. And you're going to have lots of glue strings, and that's okay because we're going to get that to go away at the end here. So now we're just going to keep going underneath and bring it all the way down. So as you go down, you're going to lift up what you've already put under there, and you're going to put the next branch of greenery down. And we'll go back and forth and we'll fill in some spots that we may need a little bit more here or there. But this is going to look like a very kind of shaggy type of wreath. And it's going to look very full and rich. So I really love this look. And I'm probably going to put this one on my front door because I don't have a wreath on my front door right now. But listen, if you're a creative, if you're watching right now and you're like, Julie, I want to sell the crafts that I make. I want to sell the wreaths that you teach us how to do here online. I want you to join Julie's The Facebook Formula, how to turn your creativity into cash flow. So I want to give you the secrets, especially for Facebook. I have over 1 million followers on Facebook and I'm going to host a workshop. It starts tomorrow. So if you want to get in, you need to get in. Guys, it's $9. So for $9, I'm going to teach you my formula to grow your Facebook in a way that will turn your creativity into cash. All right, it's as simple as that. If you want to get serious about your handmade products and business, you need to join this workshop. So get the details down in the description box, and I want to see you there. And let me know when you're in the live tomorrow night that you saw this on YouTube, okay? Okay, so we got all of this filled in. We have more that we're going to put in. This was 6 branches of the Hobby Lobby greenery that I use, which makes it kind of affordable when you get it on sale. But let me tell you, this style of wreath on Etsy right now is a bestseller, and it's going anywhere from about $125 to $159. So this is a great look for your front door. It's going to be so full when we're done with it, and you can make it yourself. All right, so what we're going to do is I want to come down here. I want to add a little bit more up here and maybe a few here. I see a spot right there that I want to add it to. So let's just do that here. I'm going to turn my glue pot down because it does like to smoke and it does like to get my studio a little smoky. So let's turn that down. All right, so I see a few spots down here that I need to add. So let's do one over here. And I just feel like this is a very forgiving look. And I think that this particular greenery really helps make that happen. Just make sure to take a step back and see where you need to add a little bit more here or there. Maybe you have a little bit smaller wreath and maybe you don't need as much as I do, but you're going to just kind of assess it. And it's all going to kind of angle down here, right? And I keep running my fingers in it like as if it was really hair. I'm going to move this one. I'm going to bend it a little bit like this, and I'm going to put it right in the center there. Right in there. I love the way this is looking. I'm going to take, I feel like we're missing something right there. So I think it would just be safe to say you would need about 8 to 9 of these bushes. I feel like it needs something over there. I almost feel like it reminds me of angel wings in a way, doesn't it? All right, so let's add some more on the top. Let's just see if I go kind of in the top and I press it down. I want it just to kind of look like it's just kind of coming over it a little bit. I like that look right there. So let's do this one as well. Wow, that is gorgeous. I really love the way that that looks. I'm going to add a few more inside of the wreath, and I think we'll be done with the greenery part. So we're going to use that ribbon I got from Razor Joy. Listen, this is a superb ribbon. It's by a deluxe brand, and it is so thick and so nice to work with. It's really going to be very nice to hang outside. So I'm going to start with Pro Bow, the 4-in-1. We're going to take a piece of wire that I probably should have used a longer wire, but that's already done and said. So we're going to start with a good amount of a tail, and I'm going to twist my ribbon to have the wrong side facing up, and I'm going to go to the 6-inch mark. Now we're going to do this 3 times on each side. You always go back to the middle, you twist, and you put it between the dowels. Now I like to do this as I'm doing it, and I'm not speeding this up in any way. This is real time, and I want you to see how easy it is to make a bow with a product like the 4-in-1 Pro Bow. I love this bow maker. I love Pro Bow the hand, but we're going to use 3 loops at 6 inches on each side. Now, once we get both of those 3 loops on each side, then we'll make it a smaller loop. So this is just a great product to use, and I'll have them linked down below in the description box. But listen, this ribbon, I cannot say enough about this ribbon. I'll have it linked as well. You've got to get some of this ribbon. It's so good. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the 4-inch mark, but I want it to be about 4.5. So I just put my finger to the right of the 4, and that gives us about the length that I'm looking for. So we're going to do 2 loops for this side of it, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Find the 4, put my finger to the left of it for the left side, and when you come back to the middle, you always twist the ribbon, okay? It's that easy. Gonna do a couple more loops, but listen, I hope you will join the Facebook formula workshop that we're starting tomorrow night. If you're somebody who wants to sell your products online, you need to come and do this. This is what I wish I had known over 9 years ago. So I would love to have you come. Now we're gonna go to the 3-inch, and we are going to make 1 3-inch loop on each side, and I just move those loops out of the way so I could see the numbers. We're going to do another loop on the other side, and listen, that's how quickly it is to come up with a bow with this product. You just can't mess it up, and it's really great when you're making orders because you can keep things pretty consistent, and I like the measurement side of things. Now we're going to cut the tail, and we are going to attach the wire to this bow, and we're going to get it fluffed up, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do for the middle part because we really have this beautiful ribbon, and I just really want it to shine. So you're going to bring up your wire. I pull it pretty good, and then I pop up that ribbon, and then I take it to the back again, and I pull it again and make it even tighter, and this is where you will secure it by twisting it. Once you have that started, I'm going to cut about 10 inches of this ribbon, and then I'm going to cut the very ends of this ribbon off. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm taking some of the bulk out of this ribbon, and it's just going to be a little bit nicer and neater for the middle. So we're going to fold it in on each side. I'm going to hold it, and we're going to go over top of the center of our bow. We haven't fluffed our bow yet. We will do that here in a moment. And then depending on the ribbon that you're using, I'm just going to make a little tie, and then I'm going to secure it with the wires that we have in the back. All right, see, I can move my loops around and make sure everything is good to go. Then I'm securing it with the wire, and I'm just going to cut those little tails of that extra ribbon off of the back, and then you just fluff it up. Now this ribbon is so nice, it's really going to keep its shape, and I like that for the outdoors, for the wind, for the sun. It's great. All right, so now it's time to put our beautiful bow on this wreath. So we're going to fluff it out a little bit more once we get it on. But listen, this ribbon with this greenery is so beautiful. And as I was making this, I realized what this wreath kind of reminds me of. I'm just going to run it through the grapevine wreath here. I'm going to move it. I'm going to put one in at the top, one in at the bottom. And then we are just going to tie it. I could have probably used a longer wire, so I will tell you that tip. Use a longer wire than I did. Okay, I'm going to twist this in the back. We're going to make it work. And then I'm going to go back through here, and I'm going to cut the little extra pieces that might be sticking out so that we'll protect our door. All right, so now let's figure out what we're doing with the tails here. But this reminds me of a vacation we took about 3 years ago, I think, to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. And the magnolia trees and the big, I'm not sure what kind of trees that have this type of greenery on it. I'm sure you guys can tell me in the comments. Make sure to let me know how you like it and if you're going to make one of these. But it reminds me of South Carolina. That's what it reminds me of. And I love this ribbon. This ribbon is amazing. So I think what I'm going to do here with the ribbon, we're just going to trim the tails here. I think I'm going to just do it at an angle. These are scissors I get from Amazon. They're my favorite scissors. I probably need to get a new pair because I've been using them for a long time. And I just like to do this, kind of like, or go down like that. And I just feel like it just leaves a wonderful look. And this ribbon is going to stay put. I guarantee you that you will find this particular ribbon is so luxurious in the way that it feels and the way that it hangs. So I really think it looks so pretty. You could do the little, you know, you could roll it up here. And then you could let it just cascade like that. You know, you could do all sorts of things, but I think it's really, really beautiful. But I hope you loved this wreath tutorial. I loved sharing it with you. Make sure you get into Julie's Facebook formula, turning your creativity into cash flow. If you are someone who wants to get serious about selling your crafts, okay, I can help you. The workshop starts May 5th and May 6th of 2025. After that, it's gone. So make sure you get in on that group. Once again, thanks for watching this week's video. I love and appreciate your support. And if you made it all the way through this whole video, would you leave me some sort of plant emoji in the comments? And I'll see you next week in this same time, same place. See you then, crafty friends.